chosen ones, empaths, and all of the authentic, genuine souls out there that might not identify as a chosen one or empath just yet. It's understandable that you're upset. It's understandable that you're sad. Like, you have to be patient with yourselves. You're coming to the terms of the reality that the person who you loved, who you cared about, who was your closest confidant, like your closest person to you, is a phony, they're a fake, they've deceived you, they've lied to you, they've cheated on you, whatever they've done to you, right? You're coming to terms with that. So you're going to be upset, okay? You're going to be upset. But there's something that you need to embrace, right? And the reason why you're upset to the level that you're upset and you're grieving the relationship like the way you are is because you're a good person. But what I need you to focus on, like if you wasn't a good person, right, then you wouldn't deem these things that they've done as bad things, right? You've got morals. You have morals. You wouldn't deem these things as bad things, right? You just wouldn't. So it's down to, like, you have to focus, like, that vision that you had of them during the love bomb, of what you thought the relationship was before they unmasked. Like, you have to focus on what they are on the inside. Now, look, I'll tell you, no one knows exactly what the narcissist is on the inside. No one knows. They do brain scans, they study people, they do all this stuff, but no one really knows. Their own family, their own friends, their own new supplies, whatever. You don't. No one knows. Their colleagues at work. No one knows the real them inside themselves, right? But you have to focus on what you saw, okay? That nasty side of them is an extension of what it lurks within inside themselves, is an extension of that. And you've seen part of the nastiness that exists inside themselves, the evil within. You have seen that. You have to remember that you've seen that. On the days that you're feeling down, or you're feeling upset, or you're feeling like you miss them, or you're going through these emotions, remember what you saw. You can't forget it. This matrix, this world, these other narcissists will try to put you back to sleep, right? Remember what you saw. You saw the evil within, okay? You saw the evil within. Now, they unmasked, and from my analysis, my theory, the unmasking isn't down to their own choice. They don't just choose on a given day to show you that persona. I think it all boils down to the fact that they can't contain this evil nature inside them and it erupts, right? But what you can take from that is you've got the certainty and the realization that this creature is not worthy to be around your presence, okay? So like I said, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be upset, right? But be upset because they deceived you, okay? Be upset because they deceived you. Don't be upset because you missed that version of them that existed during the love bomb, right? And I'm pointing out I'm putting it across. That was a bit rough the way I said that. I apologize, but I mean, don't be, kind of enmeshed in that version that you once knew of them, right? Focus on what you've seen, right? Why is it down to God? Is it the universe? Is it a blessing for you, right? They wasn't able to contain this evilness. They wanted to. A lot of these narcissists that are involved in your life saw you as lifelong partners, right? They saw you as that, okay? And for some reason, they couldn't contain their evil nature. So it's as a chosen one, as an empath, as an authentic individual, it's up to you to try and incorporate some sort of meaning from that and see, like, hang about, that's actually a blessing that they're out of your lives, and focus on this evil nature that you have seen. Focus on that. Okay? When you're sad, when you're upset, say, nah. Okay, you might be sad, you might be upset, but you're a good person. I haven't emphasized enough about that. It's because you're a good person and you have been deceived, or you have been cheated on, or you've been lied to, or you've been put through abuse, or you've been put through this stuff, right? And you thought it was another thing. You have morals and decency. That's why you grieve this relationship like the way you're going through it. Okay, that's why you grieve it like this. Now look, narcissists also grieve relationships, right? But they don't grieve relationships like you're grieving the relationship. They're not grieving the relationship because you lied to them, because you manipulated them, because you gaslit them, because you abused them. They're not grieving the relationship because of that. They grieve in the relationship because they've gone with a dusty new supply that's not on your level, right? And now they feel like a twat or an idiot or fool, right? A dusty weirdo, two dusty weirdos, that's what it is, right? That's the situation that they face now. That's why they've grieved the relationship. To stay informed on topics like these, subscribe to the channel. To become a supporting member, please visit ZionMembership.com. But that is why they grieve the relationship, these narcissists that are involved in your life. But look, you saw a glimpse to that evil nature that exists inside them. Like, and this is another theory, right? You had to see that. You had to see that to let go. Even some of you are struggling to let go, even though you know they're narcissists. Okay? Not all of you, but some of you are like that, right? Imagine that you didn't see any of that at all. You didn't see any of the unmasking. You didn't see any of the nastiness. Then you'd still view that person as someone that you love, someone that you care about. You would still view them in that same light. The best person you met in your life ever. Soulmate. Whatever the label, right? You'd view them in that way. So I think that the unmasking is really a blessing for the empath, chosen one, an authentic individual. Rather than, even though it's painful and it hurts, okay, for some reason, you've been given this information about them. You've been given this information about them. You know them to be a deviant, okay? And that, how else can I put it? Like, you know them to be a deviant, right? You know them to be like that. So there has to be some reason that you were given that, because perhaps if you wasn't given that, you wouldn't have the closure that you need. You wouldn't have the tools to go forward. Maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't have the tools to go forward. Maybe from this situation that you're going through, you're given certain tools to navigate you in your future. However uncomfortable and hard it may seem, a lesson is actually giving you tools to navigate in your future. It really, really is. Because say you stayed, there's many victims of narcissistic abuse, right? That some of them are probably still on the shelf, okay? That view the narcissist as someone they love, someone they miss, okay? Maybe some of them are still on the shelves, right? They don't heal from the, they don't have the tools to heal. Unanswered questions, not knowing why the relationship ended, confused. For some reason, you've been given enough insight. That's what it is, right? you have enough insight as an authentic individual, as an empath, as a chosen one, to be able to see, even though an unmasking is blatant and stuff like that, you have enough insight to be able to interpret that in the correct way and see that, hold on, this is some evil creature, right? This is some evil creature. You're not seeing it like, why are they being mean? Why are they being horrible? Maybe some of you have been through that, but I'm saying that you're saying, nah, that's a narcissist right there. You're saying that's a narcissist. So the way that the universe works, or God works, it gave you this information to see them for what they are. And I think it's really crucial. It must be really crucial tools beyond even our own comprehension to help you navigate in the future. Okay? Really useful tools. And I think this is the path that you're going on. It's a path that they can't walk with you. This is the separation, the divine separation that takes place. It can be messy. It can be upsetting. It can be uncomfortable. But there had to be the separation. The separation had to occur. And that explains why some of you are discarded or reverse discarded and you can't make sense of it. There needed to be this separation because you're walking on roads that they're not destined to walk on with you. Right? You're going places that they're not destined to go with you. Okay? They are evil creatures. They are very, very evil creatures, these narcissists. So, remember that. The grieving of the relationship that you hear me discuss in these videos from the narcissist perspective is one where they feel sorry for themselves, is one where they're unsatisfied with the new supply. They realize your worth. That's their grieving of the relationship. Your grieving is entirely different. Your grieving is because you're a good person. It's seeing someone that wronged you. It's seeing someone that deceived you. It's seeing someone that lied to you. It's seeing someone that done this stuff. But you had the awakening. You saw the unmasking. You saw that they couldn't contain it. That's what a lot of you can't wrap your head around, is the fact. And I said it's a theory, but I think it's to be true, right? They can't contain this evil that lurks within them. They cannot contain it. And it erupts. And I think it's for your own blessing. Has to be. Has to be. However uncomfortable, painful, the circumstance. It gives you these really valuable tools that are going to navigate your steps, your immediate steps after and therein. It's going to give you these tools that you need for your steps in life, and just keep them gone. But remember, like I said, you wouldn't be upset like you have been. Look, you could be further down the line now, but you wouldn't be of being upset like you was, or you might not be upset like you are now. Like, if you wasn't a good person, like, these narcissists are not grieving because you lied to them, or they won't grieve that stuff. They do that stuff, right? They don't like being lied to and stuff like that, but they're not going to grieve it in the same way. They're not going to be affected in the same way that it affects a chosen one or an empath or an authentic individual. You're grieving that relationship because you are a good person. Remember that. And like I said, lose the focus of what was with the narcissist, or the vision you saw, or the plan you had for your lives together, and focus on what they really are inside, not what they showed up during the love bomb and stuff like that. Okay? So, thanks for listening today. To enhance your experience, have access to unseen videos, go to zionmembership.com. To donate to the channel, you don't have to, but any support will be greatly appreciated. You can find the links in the description box below. And if you'd like to know more about Thank God They're Gone, click this video here, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.